Alright everybody, I guess being lazy caught me. This will be my second time recording this. I try to record it on OBS, and I'm not always a huge fan of how loud OBS will pick up my voice compared to computer, so here we are again. But let's watch the Binding Blade DLC announcement here. I'm going to try to keep the volume down on this, it's kind of loud. So obviously is the Binding Blade DLC. We'll talk about the word DLC. We have the Duelist right there, obviously, and then probably what more people are honestly excited for right there, our big bad boy, the Crusader himself. Obviously this DLC is known as the Binding Blade. December 2023, probably going to come out near Christmas. Alright, let's go find an article real quick because I don't believe Red Hook put this on their website. Alright, so I am at Eurogamer. This is by Matt Wales. I'm just giving credit to the person writing the article, even though this really, we're really only going to focus on this paragraph. So what is coming in this DLC? Both new heroes, obviously one's older, one is actually new. They're going to have unique trinkets and signature items like everyone else, as well as fully voiced backstories like everyone else, and playable memories like everyone else. Alright, so obviously two brand new characters. They're going to be exactly like everyone else. And then in this DLC as well, we're going to be having a mini boss threat known as the Warlord. Alright, so obviously you don't need me to read what's in the DLC. Maybe you, for some reason, didn't see the news yet, and this video is letting you know it's coming out. But let's talk a little bit about the implications of this and where this is going. Crusader's obviously going to be mostly frontline. I'm assuming they'll obviously have a hero path that makes them backline with some of his abilities to heal, stress heal, and protect, and then maybe adding a burn mechanic on few of his abilities, and obviously having Holy Lance be his damage for the back row. Judging by the Duelist appearance, I'm assuming she'll probably be hopping between positions 2 and 3, maybe like a 4 to 3, maybe like a 1 to 2. She seems like a dancing character. She probably does not seem like someone who wants to sit still the whole time based on appearance and what I'm assuming a duelist would want to do. Now, before I continue any more, I'm also going to talk about the Warlord. I guess because I don't play Darkest Dungeon 2 a lot, or really at all much, I don't really care about many roaming bosses because they're often way too strong, they don't give you enough, they can easily derail your run, and you can't really avoid them or back out or continue your run. So I'm always kind of annoyed when they introduce a new mini roaming boss, just because the implications that can have on a run, and often, like I said, mastery tokens, and this is the big thing, I am doing a video talking about what I think Darkest Dungeon 2, in my mind, what Red Hook could have done to make this game better. Now, obviously, some of you think this game is the best thing ever made. That's your opinion. Play the crap out of the game. Shout it from the mountaintops. I totally respect you if you think this is one of the best games ever made. I just so happen to disagree. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts in a constructive manner. I'm hoping it sounds constructive, not obviously detrimental. But this does spice up the game if you're still playing the game a lot regularly. Obviously, this is going to change your party comps, it'll give you a new enemy, but ultimately putting this in a DLC kind of stinks. Mostly because, when did the first trailer of this game come out? I want to say it was it honestly February 2019? I have to look it up real quick. I'll be right back, because it was on YouTube called The Howling Wind, right? So it came out, I'm right here at the Howling End, not Wind. Yeah, February 2019. So you figured by February of 2024, that'll be 5 years since they released the Darkest Dungeon 2. Now you can say, well, this is the teaser trailer. Okay, let me tell you something about teaser trailers. They obviously had images and all this stuff, right? So, well, this is not the one I was thinking of. But what I'm trying to say is, it's not like Red Hook decided, we're going to make Darkest Dungeon 2, we're going to put out teaser, and then they all looked at each other and said, so, what is the game going to be like, right? So at this point, they obviously knew generically it was going to be a roguelike, clearly they had a game idea, right? Now, where it was going, all that stuff, but still, so in 5 years, up until, practically 5 years, December to February, 2 more months, fine, sue me. But in 5 years, they gave you one new original character, the Runaway. And the Runaway has been nerfed so bad that, like, some people say she's the, maybe the second worst now? At least second or third worst now, right? Because the Occultist, I'm pretty sure, got so jacked up. She may be legit second to third worst character. So people may not even play her. Now, the argument is, who really cares, right? If you enjoy the game, the new characters don't have to be good. Alright, completely agree with that. But it would have been nice to have 2 new original characters at least, and the Crusader before paid DLC. Now, I respect Red Hook. They have played their hand well. The Crusader is a fan-loved, obviously, hero. So obviously a lot of people will buy this, return to the game, and play them. So it's good for their numbers. It's good for their pocketbook. And most people probably won't care. My guess is this DLC will cost anywhere between $10 and $15. If this DLC is somehow $20, making this a total retail value of $60 US, that's insane. I don't think they'll do it. I think on the highest end it'll be 15, but I think respectfully it'll be near 10. If it's 15, I'll be a little shocked because it is just 2 new heroes and a warlord, but voiceover is a lot of work and they had to make all the items and stuff, so I could understand 15, but I think making a DLC almost half the price as the base game would be a little absurd, especially if you only get 2 new heroes. The shield breaker for the first game, I believe, was only $4. So that's why I'm thinking 10 is probably a much more realistic number. 2 new heroes, $8 there, 2 for the roaming guy, and then all the voice work. $10 for DLC is probably reasonable, but once again, with inflation and inflation in video games, this could easily be $15. Now, I say all that to say, this whole thing will be a $55 game full retail value. Fairly expensive, so hopefully there's still more free work to come. What am I trying to say? If they are no longer doing like free patches and game mechanics after this, I know personally I'll be a little disappointed. I think the game is at an okay status. I don't think content was actually the issue. New heroes always help, but I do think there's a few game design issues that I would like for them to work on. But once again, that's a personal thing. So overall, the DLC will be worth your money if you play this game a lot. If you stopped playing this game, is this DLC worth buying? Short answer, no, it doesn't add anything. Like, if you stopped playing this game, it was not because now, I might be wrong, but there's probably a good chance because you were like, lack of heroes. It might have been like a reason, but I don't see this DLC as a bring people back. Like the Crimson Court, now obviously there's still more time, they'll put out probably something like that. I get it. I'm not saying they won't ever do that, but all I'm saying is, in the moment, I don't see this DLC being a massive influx of people again. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll be huge. But I'm just trying to think from Red Hook's standpoint, was this the first paid DLC you really wanted to release? Maybe it is. I would have liked to see this as the last free DLC. I guess free patch. At least the Crusader. And then maybe put the Duelist behind a paywall and make the DLC $7 then or something. But I get it. You need money. You can package a 2-for-1 deal. People are going to buy for the Crusader. They're going to probably learn to love the Duelist. And they'll probably forget the Warlord. Let me know what you think of the new DLC. Like I said, I think it's an acceptable one, but I really do wish they continue to improve the game before they keep making it behind paywalls. Because eventually this game could creep up and be very expensive depending on how many DLCs they create in the future. Thanks for watching.